Hey guys and gals, never here from Drakewing Game, and this will be on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Repeat, Owen's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, we're up, and let's go. I blinked in surprise, but hastily nodded in agreement. Wow, Owen was right. You really are as nice as a teddy bear. Samuel rolled his one good eye and grumbled as he led me downstairs. I'm a Doberman, not a teddy bear. Why does everyone keep saying that? Samuel made his tea by letting it simmer before adding milk and lavender. He said it was the Owen-style tea, as it was Owen's favorite since he was a kid. I spluttered slightly when I took my first sip. The taste was sharp and very sweet. It wasn't bad, but definitely not what I was used to. I could almost hear Philip muttering, "Sugar is bad for you," in my mind as I took another sip. Samuel settled into a chair at the kitchen table, gently blowing at his steaming cup. "So, you're Owen's friend. Didn't quite get your name before. Just call me Adrian." "Alright, Adrian. Hope I didn't scare you earlier. Just a little surprise, you know. I guarded this house all alone for 7 years. No calls, no letters, no nothing. And suddenly Owen pops out of a closet with another man." Samuel jerked an eyebrow up at me suspiciously. I laughed nervously and buried my face in my steaming teacup. Speaking of, how's the little rascal doing after 7 years away from home?" I took another sip from my cup thoughtfully and duly wondered what the tea would taste like if I added a bit of chocolate. "He's doing pretty well. We've been living at Gerania Academy together." "Gerania? So that's where he's been hiding. Funny, I studied there a long time ago, too. That's where I met Owen's mother, Heather." My ears perked up at the mention of the name. I've heard that Owen's got a weird family history. Owen's mom, what was she like? And how did you end up working for her?" Samuel sighed into his cup. His eyes glazed over with a nostalgic haze. "Heather Adlai was the most brilliant and noble woman I have ever met. I didn't originally plan to go to Gerania Academy. I was too deep in debt and gang activity to even consider it. Never was very bright. But then Heather Adlai shows up out of the blue and says, 'You've got a good heart. I like you.' Suddenly I was attending Gerania Academy, tuition totally paid and getting an education and all that good jazz. She was a good woman, that Heather." He paused. "Of course, I'm pretty sure my buddy Graham did some haggling with her on my behalf, but she came around in the end." Samuel's teacup rattled against the kitchen table with a sharp clink. "Too bad she gave opportunities to the wrong people." "Did something happen?" "Shit goes wrong, kid, as they do. I got accused of murder and went into hiding with my best friend. We got mixed with my old gang activities all over again, completely wasted her efforts. We didn't see Heather for years, then suddenly out of the blue, Heather shows up with the Lorelei family breathing down her neck. She was pregnant with Owen and needed protection, so I offered it." "And that's how I ended up being a butler bodyguard for this little household." Samuel sighed again, suddenly sounding very old. "Oh, I rambled on for a bit there, didn't I? Sorry if I bored you, kid. I haven't had anyone to talk to in a long time." His voice echoed through the empty house as if proving his point. "That's enough from me, though. What about you?" "Me? So how did you end up in my closet with Owen?" "Oh, that. As a matter of fact, I'm Owen's new bodyguard." Samuel took one look at my tiny frame before spitting out his tea, laughing. You? A bodyguard? You've got balls, kid, but no muscle to back it up." I huffed indignantly. "I'll have you know I took down 2 thugs coming after Owen today. Granted, all I did was kick one in the balls, but it was still a job well done." Samuel's grin suddenly dropped as his eyes narrowed. "Thugs? After Owen?" "Oh, yeah, apparently the Lorelei family's been targeting Owen lately. Like, the dead kind of target. With guns. I was wondering if you had any idea why they'd want Owen dead." Samuel's brow wrinkled into a worried scowl as he tapped the kitchen table thoughtfully. "That's not good, but I have a hunch. Owen's the son of Heather Adlai and Oleander Lorelei, both of whom are powerful figures in their respective families. And Heather was the last surviving heir of her family after the Adlai massacre almost 20 years ago." "Wait, that means when she passed away, Owen inherited the entire Adlai fortune?" "Spot on. And how old is Owen right now? 19? Definitely of age. If he happens to meet an unfortunate end, his fortune would pass along to his only surviving family member, Oleander Lorelei. A lot of people would kill for such a massive amount of money." "So now what? Is there anything we can do to stop them?" Samuel drooped his head down, staring at his teacup mournfully. "Graham would know what to do if he was still alive." "What? Hmm? Oh, nothing. Leave it to the adults, kid. I'll figure something out. But I want to try and help if possible. Hate to break it to you, kid, but this is a bit out of your league. But let me know if you notice anything strange going on around Owen. Samuel huffed grumpily as he got up from his seat. If only the little brat would actually talk to me again. I perked up, an idea slowly forming in my head. Tomorrow's Visitor's Day at Girani Academy. You'll probably find a chance to talk to Owen there. Really now? Yeah, I'll invite you as my guest. Then you and Owen can sit down and talk out whatever problems you have. He misses you a lot, too. He's just too chicken to actually break the ice. The butler's face softened to a tender smile as he nodded his thanks. Sounds like a plan. You're not bad for a half-baked bodyguard. Hey, I'm doing pretty well for someone who's not getting paid. Samuel barked a laugh as he collected my empty teacup. Well, in that case, you're a mighty good friend. I'm glad Owen's got people looking out for him. Anyway, it's getting late. I should probably get you a ride home. The two of us jumped as a clap of lightning suddenly streaked across the sky. We exchanged surprised glances before peeking out the window. It was raining buckets outside, and the dark sky roaring as thunder and torrents of water streaked down. Samuel and I grimaced at the sight. Well, shit. Hate to break it to you, kid, but I've only got a motorcycle. If we drive to Girani on that thing, we'd probably get completely soaked. With my luck, struck by lightning. Wait, is that hail? I groaned and tugged at my hair. Mrs. Corlisse would skin me alive if I didn't make it back to the dorms before curfew. Don't worry about it, kid. You're gonna stay with me for the night. There's plenty of room in the house. Really? I don't want to intrude. Nah, you're fine. You're actually doing me a favor. The house gets awfully depressing when it's just me on my own. Haven't cooked dinner for anyone else in a long while, anyway. Time to see how rusty I've gotten. Okay, thank you so much, sir. I continued to stare out the rain-soaked window as Samuel moved away towards the kitchen. Owen was right. Samuel really was just a big, friendly teddy bear. It felt a bit weird sleeping in someone else's house for the night, but I'll take what I can get. I wasn't even surprised when Echo suddenly materialized at my side. The cold chill down my spine felt familiar and comforting by now. Adrian, you doing okay? Sure, I'm trapped by the rain, but I'm also getting cooked a fancy dinner by a handsome butler in a rich neighborhood. In terms of bad situations, this is pretty nice. I might even thank Owen when he gets back to Girania. Don't get too comfortable. There's something strange about this house. My hands fiddled with the camera hanging from my neck carefully. Yeah, those birds flying over the house when we first arrived. Did you notice? There's no doubt. There's a wish residing here. It's weak and lacks any real power, so we don't have to worry about it doing anything dangerous. But still, we should keep an eye out. I nodded and tapped the window thoughtfully. This rainstorm showed up right as Samuel offered to drive me back to Girania. A coincidence, or is the wish trying to keep us here? I wonder. Do you have something in mind? I grinned and turned around, scanning the interior of this empty, echoing house. I think we've got some snooping to do tonight. The dinner was absolutely delicious. Samuel was an excellent cook and whipped up a fancy steamed salmon dish full of expensive-looking spices. He fussed around me like a mother hen while I cheerfully wolfed down my food. I was afraid of intruding at first, but the butler seemed happy to have someone around for once. Samuel's ears perked up from washing the dishes as I let out a burp from the kitchen table. Hope my cooking suited your taste. I might have grown a bit rusty over the years. No, this was great. Thank you so much for having me over, Samuel. Speaking of having you over, shouldn't you make a call to your teachers at Girania? Oh, shit, I knew I was forgetting something. Second, y'all. Water time. Guys and gals, and we are back. Let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? Okay. I fumbled for my phone frantically, scrolling through my contacts for Mrs. Corlisse's number. Maybe she'll be too worried to be pissed at me. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Is this Adrian? Dear, are you alright? I immediately yanked the speaker away from my ear. Sweet Jesus, for such an old lady, Mrs. Corlisse has a strong set of pipes. I found Owen limping back to campus today like he just ran for his life through the rain. And then you haven't come home past curfew. Mrs. Corlisse, I'm fine. Has something happened? Please, Adrian, do not make me worried like... There was a rush of faint voices under Mrs. Corlisse's booming shouts. It sounded like someone was trying to pry the phone from her iron grip. A jumble of shouts and yelps rang out from the speaker as multiple people wrestled for the phone. Gran, you're overreacting. I'm sure he's fine. I assure you, this is a perfectly reasonable reaction. I was worried sick. Oh, wait, is Adrian still at my house? Can I talk to him real quick? Hands off, children. This is my phone. Give me the damn phone, Gran. There was another crash from the speaker as someone knocked over a chair. What the hell's going on in there? Go back to bed, sis. Yes, got it. Yo, Ghostbuster, you hear me? I stifled a laugh as I held the speaker close to my ear again. Sounds like I heard a little too much if you ask me. Oh, hush, everyone was worried sick about you. We pretty much formed a prayer circle in the dorm kitchen waiting for you to come back. I felt a small pang of guilt in my chest. I didn't think they'd be so worried. So, where are you right now? Safe from the rain, I hope? I'm chilling at Owen's house. His butler Samuel's taking good care of me, so no worries. Samuel? As in Samuel Clark? He's an old student of mine. Oh, it's good to know Adrian is in good hands. So, you're not in immediate danger, and we can all go to sleep without worrying? Yeah. Sweet. Good to know. Jenny's voice turned faint as she announced my status to the rest of the room. I could hear a collective sigh of relief. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, get over here and apologize, you little shit! Ow, jeez, Jenny, I just got beat up this morning. Can't you be a little gentler? You ditched Adrian and ran for your life because you couldn't talk to your own damn butler? Don't be a wuss! There was another muffled rattle and thud as someone shoved the phone into another's face. Hey there, Adrian, how you doing? Hello there, Owen. Your butler's a wonderful dude, by the way, and excellent cook, too. Oh, really? See, I told you he's just a sweet teddy bear on the inside. Damn it, Owen, apologize! Owen sighed with a hint of shame. I'm sorry I ditched you at my house, Adrian. I should have just stayed and talked to Samuel. I was just scared, you know? I was terrible to him when I left home, and I said terrible things. Another sigh. I'm just scared. Owen sounded so vulnerable. My breath caught in my throat as I wondered how to reply. Someone suddenly tapped on my shoulder, and I jumped up in surprise. Is that Owen? I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there, y'all. Alright, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon and YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!